Welcome back. Still Hard Facts 92.3 Nigeria Info. This is where I take your thoughts. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp is 080 903 06416. We are live on Facebook and Twitter. It is at Nigeria Info PH. For Facebook is www.facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. And for Twitter, it's twitter.com/Nigeria Info PH. You can watch as you listen and leave your comments on those platforms. Robin calls from Eche. Good evening, Robin.
Yes, good afternoon. The Oracle himself.
Good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon.
Yes. As we have analyzed the ugly incident that happened in Delta State, Okwama community particularly, it's indeed a sad one. You mentioned suggesting the military were in a speed to have come to this conclusion at this stage that the 8 persons that were declared wanted are culpable in that crime. And my biggest shock on that list is a professor. It's a big shock.
No.
Well, let's see how the event will unfold. But like you ask the question, what of the other side? That the military have denied that they never invaded that community. What about that speed? The president of Nigeria was far in Abuja and he gave an order of a speedy investigation. Who did he direct to carry the investigation? I didn't hear. Either the head of Nigerian police or the head of DSS or the head of military intelligence. I didn't hear anything. Just order for an investigation. For me, that's a political statement. However, this is my take. Why that report is waiting to unveil what happened to that community after soldiers were killed? The way they are killed and how their body was dismembered is the bitter part of the story to me. Every community leader should be watchful and mindful of the activities of their sons and daughters. This aspect of militarizing Niger Delta with that slogan, Niger Delta, we need to agree, is a very wrong thing because there's no family that will be happy that his or their brother or sister will be carried home, killed somewhere, not even in Liberia when they were fighting in Liberia, within our environment. That is wrong. Having said so, within here in River State, we have had areas where some military personnel, some soldiers, some people who are in military uniform or police uniform have been alleged to be involved in land matters, which is the crease or the cross of this one that happened in Okwama. But the government of the day is closing their ear. We've had the one in a particular community, a man has been killed. The government is folding their hands. I think this should be a lesson, and that any issue that has to do with boundary or land is not a military issue. Army have no business there. It's a civil matter. It's a matter that has to be involved with the police and the government of the day. And I'm believing that this incident of Okwama will be a template for the River State government to rise up to the occasion so that we don't hear such issues.
All right, thank you very much, Robin.
Good afternoon, Robin Maga, the farmer. Yes.
I have to move on. Jude calls from Omuma. Good afternoon, Jude.
Yeah, on the investigation of 8 people declared wanted for the killing at the Okwama community. Investigation declared 8 people wanted, and the question now is the speed government has concluded, has initiated the investigation should be same speed for the reprisal. Some, I think we are not being fair to the military if we say that.
Tell me how.
Anywhere in the world, in the U.S., you see, where you see military people, they are being recognized as such. These are people defending us while we are sleeping. You will say it's their profession. But any one of us can go for that profession if we dare it. The reprisal, your community, including mine. If one person is killed in your community by another community, and the boys or the people are going for reprisal, are they going to kill only one in that community? They will kill more for the one person killed in their community. That's more. That's what happens. Let's put it this way. 17 military officers killed in Okwama community. And the investigation shows the military killed 34. That's double that. Are we going to say, the military, why did you do that? For me, no. We should be looking at the other area where we can protect the life of the military has to be protected too.
Okay, so I like that this is a platform where you can share your thoughts and opinions, but that's a flawed way to think, Jude. And of course, wanted you to finish. I hope that you listened, and after listening, I hope understanding followed. I clearly condemned killing on any side. And while you think because a person is a soldier, the investigation into their killing should come 2 years before the next one, that's your opinion. As I said earlier, no Nigerian deserves to die in that manner. And speaking about the speed of investigation, I did not say that to mean it's a bad thing. So please, Jude, it's important that you understand. I'm saying that there is an expectation of names released for those who were killed on the other side. So for those who are looking to call, please come to this conversation with understanding. Thank you. JJ calls from PH Town. Hello, JJ.
Yeah, good evening, my bro. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sam, on a lighter note, right?
All right.
I remember the Senate president saying that those who are responsible for that dastardly act are foreigners. And I've seen the picture, I've checked it over and over. I didn't see any foreign-looking person and any foreign name there. I don't know if the professor is a foreigner. That is why people don't need to jump into conclusion when investigations are still on. That's on a lighter note. Like you rightly said, I think I totally agree with you because everybody have a responsibility, integrity, and this type of thing happen, which is bad too. How will you feel now that those who are supposed to protect us are now in turn killing us? And at the release of the name, the same people who allege that you have also smoked their community, because even the Delta State governor said he could not even reach there right now, but he learned that people are sleeping in the bush and all those put together are the same people you are falling back to help you fish out these people. Sam, who does that? The same people you intimidate, the same people condemn this act in total, are the same people you are now falling back to. How will they now help you? How will they not see those who commit this act as their own hero and all those put together? If it is true that their community were destroyed, is it that you opened up the way for those who were against them before because they said they were there's a land dispute, that they go there and destroy everything so that they don't come back anymore? There are so many questions.
Yeah.
So for me, while the military is looking for who they allege that have killed their people, the president too should also order a private or an independent investigation. Sam, we also saw a video where the alleged kingpin also made some allegations about bunkering.
Very quickly, please.
How about that? I take a bow.
All right, thank you, JJ. I have Henry calling from Rumudara. Good evening, Henry.
Good evening, Sam.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm well.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Please, Sam, I have a question for you.
All right.
If you can ask the audience, if somebody can provide the answer for me, because where in the world we say military go for peacekeeping, the local government chairman wasn't aware, the government wasn't aware that's military alone, no police or peacekeeping. Short. I'm speechless. I think I'll be listening if somebody can answer that question for me, please. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much, Henry. Let's all hope that we get answers to that question. Chizinho Emmanuel says, good day. Let the military take their hands off civil issues. They should allow the police handle issues that has to do with civilians. And Chile Edwin says, let the killing of these soldiers not go the way of the killing of DPO Bako and Bashim in River State due to high-profile involvement. Chikoder Destiny says, who are those? Okay. And thank God says, killing of military and military killing of innocent is not a welcome development. I should have messages on WhatsApp. Nicholas Erasmus says, the declaration by military on the wanted killers is funny. How did they come to the conclusion? And we can't have a different body. Why can't we have a different body investigate? I'm afraid some of the declared wanted could be innocent and may end up dying for a crime they never committed. Nicholas, as I said, I'm certain this is the result of an investigation. So we're going to keep observing to see how this plays out. As of now, they are suspects. Hi, Oracle. Kudos the military for the fast investigation to fish out these perpetrators. The 8 alleged criminals should be arrested and prosecuted immediately. Ayo Mike says, Ida calls from Nkoro. Good evening, Ida.
My brother, Sam, I beg no verse. I want to ask one question. I just like in Corona, military to come in Corona. At least they will see the CDC chairman, the council chairman, the youth president, and every other person in the community. And what led to this killing, they never find out. What the military do for these boys now going to attack the military. Just like what JJ said. I was hearing that they pulled their bunker boots after settlement and now killed the boys. So the boys got angry. Come back for them. At least they investigate. And why killing military? Military is supposed to just send their men, the mufti, to just stay in the community like 5 days or 1 week or 1 month. To check out that if he might smoke with boys, play drafts with them, play ball with them. If I investigation, when they just get one particular person, you hold that person will bring other people. Now it killed so many people.
Okay.
Want to bring peace, want to come and find people. It's not done that way now.
Okay, Ida. I think you should join the military or some force. I'm sure you have a lot of ideas to give them. Muriel calls from Okrika. Good evening, Muriel.
Thank you, Sam. Good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Look, Sam, for the fact that soldiers went through that kind of horror, give them a sense of what the people they are protecting are going through. They should know that, hey, so this is what people are going through in this area. That means we need to talk. We need to top up our security. We need to do more to protect people. So instead of you to protect the people that are even going through more, you have to go back. Look, they are denying it, we know, but I'm sorry, we see pictures, the kind of pictures and videos I watched online. They are so horrible. I was just shouting as I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
Is it that they are trying to prove to us that indeed we are bloody civilians, that our blood can be spilled at any point in time and nothing can happen? And the most worrisome part of it is that the president is only calling out the person that did this to the military. So what about calling out those that did this to those innocent civilians in that area? Guys, just kill them like that on the floor. Don't they know that the person that did what they did to them, the soldiers, will not just be careless like that, going about their normal day life activities? It is so worrisome. The president should be calling out those the soldiers, those that kill those civilians like that on the floor. Not just only those that kill the military. The life of one military man is not more important than the ordinary civilians. They are the front to protect us. So for this to happen, even the military themselves should even be looking out for those that did this for civilians that they're supposed to protect.
All right.
This is so worrisome, honestly, Sam.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Yes, I've said it and I maintain every Nigerian's life is important. Nobody in their right mind will commend what happened to the military. No nation should lose soldiers like that. No nation should lose anybody. And this is not a case of making comparisons. This one is better than this. We all have a right to life. It's in the Constitution. So, but these questions must be answered. Ezekiel calls from Ubimini. Good evening.
Good day, SOC.
Good evening.
I think, first of all, may the souls of the fallen heroes rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad one.
It is.
But if I may ask, I think the police are the people whom I think or believe to have gone for a peacekeeping mission where there is no war or riot as per se. But it is very, very unfortunate for the soldiers to be ambushed. But I still ask, for the soldiers to go to a particular community for peacekeeping mission, I believe that the leadership of that community should have been aware and noticed the LGA, paramount ruler, even the governor, because there must be something that made their head or their commander to send them to that community. It is not just let us go business. But that is, by the way, the 8 persons being declared unwanted. I think nobody knows, but I believe that one of them should know what exactly happened on that fateful, ugly, nasty day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel. Well, we'll move from this to our second story. Okay, an update to this. President Bola Tinubu conferred a posthumous national award on the 17 military personnel killed in Okwama community in Delta on March 14. President Tinubu made this known on Wednesday when he led governors, federal lawmakers, military top officers, dignitaries, families to lay wreath in honor of the slain officers and soldiers at the National Military Cemetery in Abuja.
The 4 gallant officers have been accorded the award of Members of the Order of Niger, MON. The 13 courageous soldiers who also lost their lives have been awarded the Officers of the Federal Republic Medal. I commiserate with the families of our fallen heroes and the entire armed forces. It is my prayer that God will comfort all who are bereaved as a result of this tragedy.
On his part, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed, assured the family members of the slain soldiers of maximum support. Recall that the soldiers were killed while on a peacekeeping mission to Warri Okwama and Okoloba communities in Delta. We move from that to our next big story. The police has paraded some suspected car snatchers and their witch doctor in Port Harcourt. The River State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, while parading the suspects at the command headquarters, named Chidube and Kelechi Uzoigwe as the gang leaders. He said the gang had stolen 79 cars, but 17 had been recovered by the police, and some returned to their owners. CP Disu also said the witch doctor informs the suspect on when to go for an operation.
Chidozie is the leader of persons who come into River State to steal cars. Not only does he come in here, he trains his men well. At the same time, Kelechi Uzogwe is an expert in removing trackers from vehicles. Most of these cars stolen are taken to Anambra, Kano, and some of them find their ways out of the country. The funny thing is that most of these suspects met while they were in correctional center. How do they drive this vehicle out of town? They quickly convert them to commercial vehicles, go to back and pick passengers, and they drive out of town with passengers.
Okay. The suspects spoke to newsmen. Let's hear them.
I know people that steal cars, but I don't send them. And I have also somewhere else, like my master called Tony, who normally send people to bring car. Then I receive it. Any problem I think have, I will solve it. Apart from electrical.
It's because of some circumstances. Because of my sick mom, she has an accident, so they took her to India to operate her brain. So that what led me to it. So since then, about 2 years now, I've been in the business. I'm a buyer. When I buy it, I took it to Onitsha to sell. Kelechi and one Mr. Tommy, they are the ones that normally give me cars. They stole the cars. If it's a Camry, tiny light, I buy 250, I buy 300, I sell 450, 430. My message to anybody, there's no gain in crime.
Okay. It's sad that you learned this lesson too late. There was always no gain in crime, but for you to be preaching this gospel now, it's late. It's late. CBDs also paraded some suspected armed robbers who specialize in robbing bank customers. Wow. The police had a full day.
We have a team of robbers who follow you when you go to the bank. The moment you come out of your car, you park your car anywhere, they break into the cars and steal the money you just collected from bank. And if you resist them, they will attack you. Their firearms have been recovered. They are here for you to see. Our advice to the residents is to be wary of where they park their cars, and as much as possible, let them try to protect their cars. Put safety devices in your vehicles, which will make it easier for us as police officers to assist in detecting your vehicles immediately they are stolen.
Yeah. Your personal responsibility of safety. I remember when I called my dad to inform him that God has done what he's good at. He has blessed me with a car. And my mom was in the background shouting, "Hey, whoa, Chimo." And my father asked me. I feel like all Nigerian parents go to the same schools. Did you buy steering lock? Oh, I said that. He said, answer the question, young man. And I've seen my dad use steering lock. I can't lie, that thing is inconvenient. I'm sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. The thing will hook one pedal, then hook the steering, then tie it and lock it, and he... Long story short, you can never go too far when it comes to the safety of your car. Now there are different technologies people use in, ensuring that their car is still where they parked it. Now this is a gang that specializes in snatching cars. According to this report, they've stolen 79. The police recovered 17. If this were an exam, that is a serious fail. There are lots of things to take from this. First of all, we commend the police. Well done. We're hoping that more of those cars can be recovered if they are recoverable. Your personal responsibility to safety of life and property. But other questions that will come up is that this project was successful because they worked as a team. There is a native doctor who gives information. We don't know if he gets the intelligence spiritually or physically. Maybe he consulted one or two and he said, okay, go and steal that one. Or he just knows how to get information. There are suspects who say, you get one person will recruit me. So it's a network. The same way on the side of those that are law-abiding, you need collaboration. The criminals are collaborating. So if there's anything to learn from this, it is that when you have in one room, on one project, a group of good heads, they say 2 good heads are better than, is it 2 heads? How does that saying go? I'll remember when it comes. You have a group of people who know what they are doing. They can achieve anything. And by anything, I mean good or bad. So learn from these suspects. Can't call them criminals yet. And know who to collaborate with on your project. And now to the most important. While we commend the police, while we're happy that suspects have been, apprehended, we're hoping he makes his way to court and guilt is established or innocence as the case may be. The continuous parading of suspects is unlawful. Nigeria Police Force, Rivers State Command, and every other command connected, please understand that it has clearly been stated by legal practitioners, those who understand the law, that the parading of suspects is unlawful. Anybody can hold me now, just carry me. Press people will gather. This is him. He is the one that we saw him with AK-47, some ammunition, He's the one that did this. The court provides a platform for fair hearing, which means we hear this side and we hear this side. And we're not saying that these people are innocent too. That's not where I'm going. But the culture of parading, everything about it is wrong. So remember, as I said earlier, collaborate with the right people. Take the protection and security of your car and other properties seriously. And Nigeria police, please do better. I want to play that again where they said there's a native doctor that was helping with information. Let me be sure.
Chidozie is the leader of persons who come into Rivers State to steal cars. Not only does he come in here, he trained his men well. At the same time, Kelechi Izogwe is an expert in removing trackers from vehicles. Most of these cars stolen are taken to Anambra, Kano, and some of them find their ways out of the country. The funny thing is that most of these suspects met while they were in correctional center. How do they drive this vehicle out of town? They quickly convert them to commercial vehicles, go to park and pick passengers, and they drive out of town with passengers.
Oh, I thought it was a part where he talked about a native doctor giving information.
I know people that steal cars, but I don't send them. And I have also somewhere it's like my master called Tony, who normally send people to bring car. Then I receive it. Any problem I think I have, I will solve it. Apart from electrical.
It's because of some circumstances. Because of my sick mom, she has an accident, so they took her to India to operate her brain. So that what led me to it. So since then, for 2 years now, I've been in the business. I'm a buyer. When I buy it, I took it to Onitsha to sell. Kelechi and one Mr. Tommy, they are the ones that normally give me cars. They stole the cars. If it's a Camry, tiny light, I buy 250, I buy 300, I sell for 50, 430. My message to anybody, there is no gain in crime.
Thank you. Yes, another thing I forgot to add. Please, if you want to buy a car, be careful. Because you never can tell. So that is not the one they collected from this junction they will sell to you. And tomorrow they will parade you as the buyer. After the break, I take your thoughts. Stay with me.